Welcome back to the What the Weird Catalogue, the podcast where weird meets wonderful, and where today we ask a question you didn't even know needed answering. What if the inflatable tube guy had a secret life? That's right. Today we're diving deep into the world of wacky, waving inflatable tube men. Those joyful, flailing weirdos you've seen outside car dealerships. But what you don't know, some of them have jobs. Some of them have families. And one of them wrote a book. Let's start with Toby the Tube Guy. Toby is the star of a mini desk-sized inflatable tube toy. He's 17 inches tall, comes with a tiny fan in the base, and flails joyfully on your desk like he's just been told it's Friday. But here's the twist. He also wrote a children's book called Flailing at Life. Lessons from the wacky, waving, inflatable tube guy. According to reviewers, this little book is surprisingly full of life wisdom. One parent even said it gives great advice to youngsters. In fact, let's look at the whole review real quick. They gave it 5 stars and said, "Great book. Perfect book to give some life advice to youngsters growing up or any age. Fun book to pair with a small battery-operated, wacky waving arm guy." Let's pause for some review vocabulary. Youngsters is a casual word for children or young people. Like when your grandma says, "These youngsters don't know how to fix a fax machine." All right, next let's take a look at a serious review of the desk toy version of Toby. One reviewer said, 4 out of 5 stars. Honestly, this thing is great. Everything from RP Minis is so surprisingly well made for fairly expensive little toys slash desk objects slash whatever. I have a couple and have given them as gifts. I'm really divided on making this review 4 stars or 3 stars because you will have to buy an external power adapter for it to work well. The reason I'll stick with 4 stars is that the item description slash documentation before buying here is really very clear on this. So good on RP Minis for that. The power adapter is under $7 and it works well with it. It's what I'm using. The only other thing I'd note is that it is kind of loud, so it's not something to be on all the time. It's so fun to fire it up every once in a while, though, to have one's little whacking, wavy, inflatable tube dude. Now, let's talk about some of the vocabulary in this review. The reviewer said they were divided on whether to rate it 3 or 4 stars. Divided on means they can't decide between 2 choices, like when you're divided on whether to eat pizza or sleep. So you eat pizza in bed. The reviewer, they also described turning the tube guy on with the phrase, "It's so fun to fire it up every once in a while." Fire it up means to turn something on or start it with energy or excitement, literally or emotionally, like, let's fire up the karaoke machine. But wait, let's look at one more review. One Amazon reviewer shared a completely different use for their inflatable friend. They said, 5 out of 5 stars. Perfect scarecrow. I'm using this inflatable tube man as a scarecrow in my garden to protect my tomatoes from the birds. And it works perfectly. The movement and noise keep the birds away without harming them. It's a great size, easy to set up, and the price is very fair. Definitely a creative and effective solution for any garden. So, the tube guy is a tomato guardian, protector of produce, wiggly defender of the backyard. Honestly, I salute her. Because what bird is going to mess with a flailing tube man doing interpretive dance in the zucchini patch? But the weirdest, most beautiful story comes from a wedding. Yes, a woman married an inflatable tube guy. In this completely unhinged, yet oddly moving, fake documentary style video, we meet Gary, an inflatable man with a beautiful wife who explains how they met. Want to know more about Gary and his romantic life? Check out my special video lesson, Is It Love or Hot Air? It's available in the Cheat Code Club. Wink, wink. Okay, so what's the takeaway? These inflatable weirdos might look like chaos on stilts, but in their own strange way, they're inspiring. They're desk toys, they're garden guardians, they're book authors, they're husbands. This episode has been dedicated to the secret lives of inflatable tube guys, because even the wackiest among us might have an unforgettable story. And if you want even more weird stories, strange vocabulary, and ridiculous English practice, join the Cheat Code Club. You'll find lessons, games, and even more flailing joy. Until next time, stay weird.